My name is Lorella Othenin-Girard. I'm the founder of Bridal and Jolie Bride. I started it in 2019, just like 1 or 2 months before COVID hit. So the first company was a bridal concierge. I started in the US. It's a complete different market than in Switzerland. In the US market, people spend a lot of money into the weddings, and most of them have a wedding planner, all the services around the wedding. And I realized that there was a gap between some of the services. You can have someone taking care of your food, your hairstyle, the organization of your wedding itself, but nobody was really taking care of the people, of the brides and the groom. Felt like in such a huge market, maybe there is a need for someone just to hold the bride's and the groom's hand, go through the whole process before the wedding itself and also during the wedding. So the concierge is a holistic approach to the wedding, meaning that I take care of the styling, so help them to find their outfit. In the US, there's many events around the wedding, not just the wedding itself. So a bride will have 5 to 10 different outfits for all this event. I realized that for people, it was very stressful to find those dresses, especially like a wedding dress, when you're not used to wear a long white gown, so you don't really know what fits you or what doesn't fit you. And really, it was to guide them through the whole process, to help them find the outfit, but also anything that was linked to beauty, wellness, and well-being. I like to say that I was the wedding planner for the trip while the wedding planner take care of the events. And how it shifted, well, COVID hit, and then I realized I had to diversify my business. In the US, there were no big weddings for almost 2 years, but at that point, we didn't know that. Thanks to the first client I also understand there was a need for secondhand accessories that people were looking for, not only the dress, but also accessories like hair pieces, jewelry, and so on. So I decided to start on the side secondhand and rental business for accessories for the bride.
What does fear look like or feel like for you? And how do you work with it?
I believe fear is something that drives most entrepreneurs. And I had to work with it because that's what makes you want it to go ahead, to go forward, and what keeps you doing what you do. That's what helped me to actually write down the business plan years ago.
What systems, boundaries, or ritual help you create a business that sustains you as a person?
I always try to divide my schedule between work, family time, and personal life to make sure that I don't mix them all. When I started my first company, I had a baby a few months after. And at some point, I was very frustrated because I had her all the time with me, but I wasn't completely with her and I wasn't busy into work. Putting boundaries and say, okay, I need this time to work and not being with my kid. And I need this time with my kid and not being on my phone, checking my emails and stuff. I really believe that this approach helps you not being frustrated because you can't do everything at the same time. In terms of boundaries, for me, it was very important to make the difference between personal time, work time, and family time. In my calendar, I use colors to divide it, to know every day when I wake up and open my laptop to be aware of what I'm gonna do today.
What's your relationship with visibility? And has it changed over time?
Visibility is very important. You're the better person to talk about your brand, but this is something you have to train. And at some point, you get to know you better, you get to know your company better, and you know how to talk about it, which word to use. Visibility is not only about your brand, but who you are and who is your community, who are the people or peers that you have around you. It's important to build your community to be more visible.
How do you find your community?
I found my community. So when I first started my company, I was in Boston. I was like, I need to have a community around me. And I was lucky enough that women-focused co-working space just opened nearby. So I directly signed up, and this is where I found my community. It was the members were actually my market, young women, young entrepreneurs, where most of them were engaged or were just getting married, so they have also engaged friends and so on. I also found wedding industry leaders, so I was able to share with them and to support each other as well. So that was a great way to find a community, especially when you're not from the city where you start a account.
Is there something that you wish more founders talked about openly?
I really wish that founders would talk openly more about how to manage your money, how manage your budget, especially when you start getting cash. What to do with this? Do you have to reinvest? Do you have to just keep it on the side?
What does growth mean to you right now? And what does it not mean?
When I moved back to Switzerland, I decided to switch my business from the US to Switzerland. It's an e-commerce platform, so I had to add the French language. I had to change the shipping method. I had to change the currency and everything. And so it's a copy paste of the American website. But now a second step would be to tailor it to the Swiss market. What can I add? What can I remove? There come two businesses, a rental business and a secondhand business. Are these two businesses still aligned with the markets? Is Switzerland ready to enter the rental industry? Or maybe the first step will be to start with secondhand. And then once the market is more mature, as the US is, to launch the renting business. The bold move will be to open it to different markets, starting with France, other European markets. And again, the same question as before, should we do just the secondhand or do we have to add the renting business as well? It's exciting, but scary at the same time. But most of the time, both was together.
What would make you most excited about women entrepreneurs coming together over 3 days to reset, realign, and rise together?
The sense of community, having the same goal and going into the same direction with different businesses and different vision to share and have fun at the same time in one place. And I think that nowadays, a lot of people are struggling with mental health as well, and just showing people that we can work while having fun. And I think this is one of the reasons why most entrepreneurs start their own business is because they want to have fun doing what they love.